Today I'm going to be making a card with the Pretty Perennials bundle from the January to June mini catalog. It's on page 31. I'll also be using some of the free Flower and Field paper, designer series paper, that's available in the celebration catalog when you spend qualifying $50. Okay, those are what we'll be using. So the Pretty Perennials set and the dies, we'll be using some of the flower dies. I'll also be using the Tasteful Labels dies. I'll be using this white one here for the Happy Sentiment. And I'll be using Stitch So Sweetly, the largest one, in Whisper White for the outside of the card. I'll be using the nested stitched rectangle dies, the largest one, for a piece of Whisper White for the inside of the card. I'll be embellishing with some gilded gems, which are gold. And I'll be using the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder for the front of the card. I'll be using a piece of Whisper White for that. I'll give you all of the measurements in the written instructions. I'm also going to be using a die today from the Greetery. This is a ribbon die, and so I'll be using that today. So let's get started. The base of the card is a standard A2 card, 8.5 by 5.5 folded at 4 1/4, and it's in Magenta Madness. Then we have a white piece that will be here adhering to the front of the card. Get some glue here. So we'll adhere this to the front of the card first. Just try to make sure that you have an even border all the way around the embossed piece. Okay, and then I'm going to adhere this piece first, and I'm going to put this on at an angle. I'm going to leave room at the bottom. I have embossed and heat set in gold the Happy and the Birthday. And you just need to leave room at the bottom to put the birthday on there. And as a matter of fact, I'll just go ahead and do that now. Make sure it's straight. Okay, and then, like I said, I want to angle this piece. So let's go ahead and adhere this piece of designer series paper at an angle. And then I'm going to adhere the yellow piece, which is Bumblebee, to the white die cut. So let's go ahead and put some glue on that. Put that right in the center and frame it as best you can all the way around. And then with this piece, I'm going to be placing it at an angle this way, like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and attach that. And it's going to go, I want to leave a little bit of the designer series paper, the Just Jade background piece, so that you can see it in all four corners. Then I'm going to be taking the Happy, and we're going to place that at an angle as well. So I'm going to place that on dimensionals. I'm going to get some dimensionals out here. apologize if you hear noise in the background. My neighbor is installing something next to our fence there. Hope he doesn't turn on a saw or anything, but he's been hammering a little bit. Okay, so remove the backing on the dimensionals, and then apply the happy about in the center. And like I said, I want to place this at an angle as well. So just like that. Now we're going to make some flowers to go on the card, and I'll show you how I put them together. So I've taken these small die cut flowers, put a little bit of glue, and put 2 of them together like this. And then I'm going to add a center to it. So I'm going to put the glue here, because you don't want to put too much glue on the back of here. And add that as the centerpiece to it. And then we're going to take one of those gilded gems and add that as a very center to that. So I took one of the largest ones and put it right in the center. And this is how I made the flowers for the front of the card. So I've already done that. So I'll set that aside. And I'm going to attach them with glue dots. So I've got them adhered to glue dots here. So I'm just going to take them one at a time and place them. I'm going to have one here. Take the second one and put it here. And then the third one, so I'll have 3 flowers here. The third one I'm going to place down here. But I'm not going to stick it down until I decide if that's exactly where I want it. Then I'm going to take my ribbon that I've cut, and I didn't stick this one down yet. Let's just set it aside so that I get the placement of my ribbon right. I want to make sure that these ends are not hanging off the edge so that when it's put in the envelope, it doesn't get curled up. And you can still see that it says happy. Okay, so I'm happy with that right there, and it's not off the edge, so it won't get caught. This, by the way, was cut out of some old retired Blushing Bride glimmer paper. Okay, we're going to put this one down right about here. So there we have the front of our card. It says happy birthday. And for the inside, I'm probably going to die cut some little banners and things and put them on there, and I will have a picture of that with our directions, our written directions. So thank you very much for watching the video today. Oh, one more thing. Let's go ahead and put some sequins on here. We need a little bit more bling. So I've also put these on glue dots. So let's place these around the card, add a little bit more color. Let's see. I'll put one down here. So I think I'm going to do 5 of these. Just place one in here. So there's 3, 4, and one more. Maybe I'll put it here. Okay, so that completes our card. Thank you very much for watching the video today.